I mean, there were no new ideas here.
No.
This felt like a speech that they could have written on Saturday with the addendum of the Russian proposal tacked on at the end. And so, I mean, I think fundamentally he didn't accomplish his goal, which was to persuade the American people that this is something that's necessary to do. I think that's one. And two, he didn't really establish his other goal of giving Congress something to tell their constituents when they go back that'll be more compelling than what they've told them before. Basically, it was a rehash of the arguments. Now, I mean, I'm actually personally highly sympathetic to those arguments. I favor the president's approach, but I don't think that there's anyone who could say that this has been handled deftly. And this was, I mean, if you really wanted to keep the pressure, which is what the point of the speech was ultimately, is that we have to keep the pressure on to force a diplomatic solution, then you would actually want to hold a vote. So he's using the Russian deal to avoid an embarrassment at home, because, you know, having Congress authorize the use of force would be the most potent message that I can do this. He knows that they weren't going to give him that, so he uses the Russian deal to say, okay, let's put the vote aside right now, and therefore keep the ambiguity that maybe he could strike.
But just to challenge you a little bit,
Sure.
yeah, you do want to vote, as long as you win the vote.
Right, exactly. And he knows he's going to lose the vote,
right?
Which is why he should never put it to a vote. I mean, the reality is...
You think he should have...
he never should... Here's the dirty secret. The dirty secret is that no one... Congress was playing its part and saying, you better let us authorize this. But they were saying, I hope you don't make us authorize this. And now he pushed it over to them, and it's in their corner, and they have signaled to him, but choosing his own party between... supporting you and eviscerating your foreign policy, we'll choose to eviscerate your foreign policy.
If he had gone ahead and ordered a strike without the support of Congress, don't you think everybody would have raised hell about it?
For a day. And then it would be over. And he could have launched his strikes. Assad would have come out and said, I'm still here. Putin, and Putin could have said, that was terrible. And Obama would have said, we accomplished our goal. Moving on.
All right. So that you would have preferred him to strike without going to Congress.
An afternoon.
Do you think, okay. Do you believe...
The pinpricks that we don't do, although our drones do them every day.
Yeah, right.
All right. But do you honestly think that he has the constitutional authority to do that?
No, he doesn't. And no American has stopped no American president since the end of World War II.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So,
right.
I mean, everyone's asking, why are you breaking form?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and instead what you did is you end up creating a mess for yourself. You weaken your presidency. You make your party back away from you. I mean, ultimately, it was a mistake.
He himself did not follow the Constitution in Libya.
Right.
Right. I mean, so it's not just other presidents.
No, exactly.
He himself has.
And he himself said, and I don't think I have to ask for this.
Yes.
I'm going to go under. My lawyers have told me to tell you that I don't need to do this. I'm just doing this because I really think it's something that we should do.
All right. Now, how serious is this so-called Russian proposal?
It's not serious. I mean, at the end of the day, should we look into it? Absolutely. I mean, there's a way to avert war. It's worthwhile to go down that avenue. But at the end of the day, the idea that Assad is going to self-disarm the weapon that is the one thing that ensures his survival if the opposition ever gets the upper hand is sort of ludicrous. I mean, what he has accomplished here, and what with Putin's help, is to create a diplomatic avenue for us to now argue over for the next several weeks about, well, wait a minute, will this be backed up by force? Will not be backed up by force? Will he comply? Is he complying? We don't know. Bottom line, we don't know where all the chemical munitions are.
Right.
So it will be more than sticky to figure out if he's actually complying down the road, and he knows that. So this is, and it actually very conveniently suits everyone's goals, which is it gives the president a way to back down, it gives him a way to delay that vote, it gives Putin a nice diplomatic victory of sorts, and
buys Assad some time.
But at the end of the day, did he get away with killing 1,400 people? Yes, he did.